What is going on, everybody? It's your boy AJ, and we're here with another monthly movie talk, the month of June. And I'm ready to get things started. I'm excited for our special guest. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. And without further ado, we're going to jump right into this. Matt of Basic Entertainment in the building.
I'm here, and it's great to be on, of course, AJ Reacts. I'm here, man. I'm AJ Reacts. What's going?
Yeah, let's go. When's your merch coming, bro?
I'm working on it, but it's gonna be very subtle. I
Okay.
actually have a complete different design for it. So
all right. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to cop one.
For sure.
All right, bro. How you doing today?
Doing good. It's nice out here in California. I don't know. Like I say, the same over there in Indiana.
Yeah.
But 75, and we got some news to talk about. Very recently. There's some news in June, but there wasn't as much as I would expect.
It was a little dry for movie news, but there was some things to talk about. Let's get into the comments real quick before we get into everything. Basic Entertainment. Let's go. Let's get it. Jared Runner, hello. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Luke Ponto, what's up, guys? I've been watching Sing Street on repeat this afternoon. You were requesting that, or not requesting, but suggesting that film to me earlier, and that's a movie that's been on my list. I just have not gotten to it, so I'm going to check that one out soon. Luke Reviews in the building. What it do? What's going on, bro? We about to get it popping. So, first order of business. I wanted to get to the Instagram question. We had an Instagram question. I didn't want to forget that because I know, like in past lives, like where I've asked on Instagram, put your questions down. I skipped over it and I forgot it. So I wanted to make sure that was first and foremost. We got Cobra Kai Maniac. He says, "Hi, Matt and AJ.
What's going on?
What upcoming movie do you think will be most successful?" So, like, I'm guessing, like, as far as like summer blockbusters, like films coming out in the fall. What do you think it might be the most successful in the box office?
What is coming out remaining of the year?
That Black Widow, that might take it.
I don't think it's gonna do that many numbers, to be quite honest with you.
You don't think it's gonna be the most for the upcoming
for summer?
Films?
For summer,
like for summer and like even in the fall, like what's coming out in the fall?
Oh,
well, Dune is coming out. So
Dune, I feel like Dune's gonna flop. I have a bad feeling about Dune.
I have a bad feeling about Dune. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it's gonna capture a lot of audiences.
Okay.
It's gonna be a great film. Denis Villeneuve is gonna do his thing, but I don't know. I don't know if people are interested in that.
Yeah, the tickets gonna sell.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from with that.
It's kind of rough looking, but science fiction and all that, I'm always up for it. But if we're being honest, with all the hype going around and not even have a trailer for it, No Way Home is going to be the biggest movie. When the year ends, like
okay,
people know that it's not confirmed, but they know that Toby and Andrew are going to come back, and people really want to see that. Yeah. So.
That's probably for the year. Yeah, that might be the number one for the year. You think it's going to do in-game numbers or what?
It could. I mean, also too, it's going to be in December, so a lot of stuff will be cleared out by then.
Yeah, that's true.
We're getting back to normal, but by then, for sure, we should be somewhat back to normal, like officially
going to theaters and stuff.
Yeah.
Did they mention that it was going to be drop on Disney Plus, or is it just going to be in theaters?
Straight in theaters. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I know Black Widow is gonna make some numbers, but it's not gonna do anything close to No Way Home. I was thinking Black Widow for the summer though. That might be maybe Fast F9. F9 might.
F9 is doing numbers for pandemic wise, but I saw
international.
Yeah, international, they do well, but I saw a kind of a stat that every Fast and Furious movie is going lower and lower.
Really?
Yeah. So
okay.
Fate was 80 million the first week, which is great. That's a win. but 75 is kind of like it's a little bit of a drop, but to us that's a lot. For the studios, that's a L for them.
Yeah,
they're expecting a lot more than that. But I think it's also too, we're in a pandemic still, and it's good for pandemic numbers. But yeah, I don't think F9 it's gonna be a Black Widow to take it just because it's Marvel and Disney, and I don't know what else is coming out this year.
We got Halloween Kills, we got Snake Eyes, we got Shang-Chi.
Snake Eyes might do some numbers. I think it's gonna be a surprise. So far, the trailers and all that looks great.
For Snake Eyes, I'm really on board with the Snake Eyes trailer. Now, how you feel about the Shang? We'll get to the Shang-Chi and we'll get to the Snake Eyes a little bit later. So let's read some more of the comments because I'm about to get a little ahead of myself. So let's see. Luke, it looked like you in here with another account or something. You got two profile pictures. All right. I can dig it. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Black Widow. I'm so excited to see it. Yeah, I'm trying my best not to get my hopes up for it because I've heard mixed reviews. Like I've heard like some people say it's like a 3 out of 5. Some people say it's like a 4 or 5 out of 5. Like, so I'm trying to keep my like expectations a little bit lower so I can enjoy it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I set my expectations once they announced it. I was like, it's going to be a prequel. What's the real longevity? It's just going to be an enjoyable, solo off adventure. And I feel like it's going to be like middle tier MCU.
Really?
Like Doctor Strange, the first Ant-Man. It's going to be right there. I don't think it's going to be no top 5 or even top 10. But
that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Because I guess you're coming from the standpoint where we already know what happens to the character.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of
hard. It's kind of hard to kind of grab interest. I am very interested. I'm hearing some great things about Florence Pugh, Yelena's character. So I'm interested in that.
Me too. I'm very excited. I'm excited, but I'm just trying to I'm trying to suppress my hype level a little bit because I don't want to get there and like get really let down. So that's kind of how I did with these Marvel TV shows, Disney Plus TV shows. I got my hype level so high.
I'm setting my expectations low going on for the MCU unless they really like. I'm excited for Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's the movie that I'm gun blazing for.
Hey, I'm gun blazing for the No Way Home too. My expectations are very high for that.
After doing I was binging watch like all the Spider movies. After rewatching the Tobey Maguire movies, and it kind of even growing on me even more. I need to see Tobey in there. I need to see my boy Tobey in there.
Yeah,
for sure. I need to see him in there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. For real. Red 4K in the building. What's up, guys? What is going on, bro? Thank you for stopping by in the chat. If you like the video, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And go subscribe to my man Matt at Basic Entertainment. F9 was bad, Luke Ponto says.
It was all right. I thought it was okay. It is bad to the standpoint of like 5, 6, and 7. They're hitting some good ones right there.
Yeah,
I'm actually like watching 5 again, and I'm doing like a little binge from like 4, 5, 6. It's like it keeps that grounded. Yeah, it keeps that grounded tone. Yeah, it just keeps that grounded tone. Like it's like a heist film. And I don't know what they're going with these characters, like spy agents now. They're like James Bond spy agents. Like I never really liked that transition in 7 where they met Mr. Nobody, Kurt Russell's character, and they just became like secret agents. I never really cared too much about it.
Yeah, it kind of got a little out of hand, a little ridiculous, but kind of in a good way, kind of in a bad way because it's like something fun to watch. You can turn your brain off and watch it. So
yeah,
I feel like if I would have seen F9 in the theaters, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But yeah, so Red 4K says MCU burned through its biggest heroes. Now they got to go with Shang-Chi and the Moon Knights or something.
I gotta disagree on that, Rev. Because Iron Man and Captain America, they're big heroes when they started, but let's be honest, who you're checking for? Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, or Iron Man and Captain America?
I mean, that's the MCU's biggest heroes, in the past. But now we're kind of moving forward. Yeah, we're gonna get those
and you're gonna
Fantastic Four, X-Men and things like that.
And those were the characters that kind of carry like the Marvel movies around that time, because that's what the studios only wanted. They only wanted the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man, and we're gonna get Fantastic Four and X-Men. I'm very excited for that. I'm
excited for that too.
Maybe X-Men, not too. Kind of X-Men, but Fantastic Four. I love Fantastic Four, and I feel like they haven't been done. They haven't been done justice at all in any type of standpoint in films.
I love the original ones, bro. I know that they're cringe. They're cringe. I do admit they're cringe, but like
there's some good things about it, but there's a real bad taste in my mouth after their last performance of the Fantastic Four. I mean, oh my god,
the Michael B. Jordan one, or like the original with Chris Evans.
Michael B. Jordan. I don't know what that was.
Miles Teller and
Miles Teller. Yeah, that's not a bad cast. It just kind of like it was like.
It wasn't.
It was just
the direction.
The direction for that character. Those characters, Yeah,
not great. I'm gonna try to get through these comments real quick because we haven't even started on our news yet. So let's kind of do a speed round. Luke Ponto says, "I changed my profile picture to Mortal Kombat before the stream start." Okay, it's one account. Got you. Florence Pugh is carrying the MCU. Like we haven't even gotten Black Widow yet.
I am excited though.
I am too. Great. I am. I think she's gonna be good. I think she's gonna be a great addition to the MCU. The Tom Holland films are the weakest of the Spider-Man films, in my opinion. I actually enjoy Andrew Garfield as Spidey. I would strongly disagree. I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man films. The second one is more tolerable than the first one, in my opinion. But I will have to respectfully disagree. What about you?
Like here's the funny thing is that the Amazing Spider-Man stuff have better Spider-Man stuff, but the movies themselves are just kind of boring and just kind of like soulless. Like you can really tell, transition from the Maguire movies into the Garfield movies. You could tell the studios were just trying to cash in, and keep the rights of the characters. I still feel like the heart in those movies are somewhat there. Like Mark Webb is a good director. Andrew Garfield and Gwen Stacy, they really care for those characters. But I just feel like it felt too studio to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just trying to do way too much. And I really don't want to watch those movies again. Like they're very boring to me. Even the second one, they have too many problems for me. But the Tom Holland movies, I'd rather watch them. Even though I do agree they are kind of weak, I'd rather watch them. They're more enjoyable and they just have better replay value than the Amazing.
Agreed. I agree with that last statement you said. I fear the MCU X-Men. I fear for the MCU X-Men. I love me some X-Men, and I think Fox's X-Men are better than most of the cookie cutter formula in the MCU films.
I would agree.
I think I would agree with that too, Brev. I think I would agree with that too because
Fox,
MCU, they do have this formula. They have this formula that they never failed to, adapt to. Now, WandaVision, I feel like that formula got a little bit, underslighted, but in the end, we got the same old thing. And Rev, he told me that he hasn't seen the Disney Plus TV shows, so
okay.
Red 4K, he also says Toby will forever be my Spidey. Same here. And Luke Review says, but the TASM visuals are better.
The second one. The first one was boring. Like it was just dull and ugly. I think Sony actually changed the colors. I was watching the trailer and
the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is so much more vibrant than the first one. Like I think the colors
in the first one. Yeah.
They might have took some advice from folks. Yeah. All right, moving into our movie news. Let's do it. All right, we got John Wick 4, Knives Out 2, Aquaman 2. They all started production. And what are you thinking about these films, like these sequels coming out?
It's funny. All of them are starting. They just started yesterday. That's pretty funny to me.
That's funny. They're like calling each other out. Let's start on this day. Like, right.
And they're all different studios, right? John Wick is Paramount. Which one is MGM is Knives Out, right?
MGM is
and
Knives
then Warner
Out.
Bros is Aquaman. Okay.
Yep. All 3 different studios.
It won't be too much for the studio to handle one. I thought for some reason Knives Out was Warner Bros. Or Paramount.
Yeah, and they're in partnership with Netflix too. So I don't know how much.
Oh yeah. So Knives Out 2 is gonna be on Netflix only?
It's gonna be a Netflix exclusive. Now I don't know if they're gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna release in theaters. Like some Netflix movies release in theaters, like select cinemas. Yeah. So, but I don't think it's gonna be like a nationwide.
Yeah. Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's latest film, was on Netflix a week early. On Netflix theaters.
In theaters, for a few weeks, for sure. So, I don't know, man. What do you think about like John Wick, and like what do you think about these films? Are you ready to see these sequels, or you think they kind of don't really need them, or what?
Oh, I'm excited for all of them.
All of them,
especially Knives Out too. I mean, today we got even more casting information with Ethan Hawke and
Jada
Pinkett. Yeah, Smith is in there. The first Knives Out was so surprising to me, even though it was kind of predictable. I mean, let's be honest. Like, do you actually thought it was someone else?
I honestly was surprised. I was genuinely surprised. I'm not even gonna cap. I ain't gonna cap.
I thought I was
genuinely surprised with Knives Out the first time. But when I rewatched Knives Out, I could see like how people could predict it. But I didn't. I just didn't. I see with those types of movies, I really, really try my best not to look far ahead, because that kind of spoils the surprise for me. So I like have to consciously like live in the moment and not like pick up on these little clues. Oh, I got it. Some of my family members do that, and they're like, I figured out who it was. I'm like, how do you enjoy this movie if you are trying to figure it out so hard? So. Right.
But that movie, the first movie was so enjoyable. I mean, that was a great cast, and they all kind of bounced off each other very well. And
agreed.
Having what's his name? Who's the James Bond with that New Orleans type? Yeah, Daniel Craig with that accent was always
the Southern drawl.
Yeah, I was like, that was funny. I wasn't expecting that.
Me either. But he did it well too.
Yeah, he did. Well too. This second film, I'm excited because it's an anthology. They're bouncing around different mysteries and keeping the same character, and I think it's gonna be great. You see right here, he's walking at what do you call that? The
kerchief, or
and
looking like Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, right? But I guess right here they're gonna be in a different location, more kind of like.
Yeah, aren't they gonna be like overseas, like Italy or like
something like that,
somewhere in Europe or something? Yeah,
it's starting to remind me of those movies, the Murder Express.
Oh yeah, Murder on the Orient Express.
I think they were trying to be like that, but Knives Out is like the better version of that.
Yep. So Aquaman 2, we excited for that. James Wan and we got I think it's Amber Heard in this one.
Yeah, she's back in there.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I feel like that's kind of. I think I would have recast. It would have been perfect just to recast.
I would have definitely recast.
Because it's gonna be an issue, Like, how do you promote that? Like,
and like, do we just forget about the kind of stuff?
It could. I know some people that are saying that they're not gonna watch Aquaman 2 just for that reason.
So I'll watch it, but I don't feel like it's gonna be as enjoyable because
it's gonna be an eyesore for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be like in the back of my mind the whole time. But
yeah, I'm excited for Aquaman 2. The first one was solid. I think I'm like the only one who actually liked it enough. Like, it was enjoyable. Yeah, it was cheesy. The writing was bad, but I think James Wan and for sure Jason Momoa did their thing in Aquaman. It was a nice kind of footprint origin to start out, and hopefully the second one gets a little bit better when it comes to the writing, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna trash this one really bad, because I give Origins a pass sometimes. It's like, if you get the hero right, if I enjoy the hero and they have like development somewhat, then I'm gonna pass it. The second one, they need to pick it up a little bit more.
Yeah, you got to do it right the second time. I agree. Like, the first time I saw this film in theaters, I enjoyed it. When I rewatched it, I didn't care for it as much, but like I could see, I can appreciate, certain things about it for sure. and it's just the dialogue for me. It was just kind of cringy.
It was really bad. Yeah,
it was kind of cringy at some points, but like I enjoyed the action sequences. The underwater sequences were decent, and things like that. But yeah, and last but not least, John Wick 4. Did you enjoy the third one, Parabellum?
I think the third one's the best one, if I'm being honest with you.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard it both. I've heard it both ways. The third one is the worst one. Third one is the best one. So,
I can see that, but I go in those movies for action, and wow, I mean that is one of the best action movies.
Took it to the next level with the third one.
Yeah, they did.
With action wise, for
sure. That was all I wanted for the third one. It was just pure chaos action. Going places, not really too much storytelling, because the second one set it up for the third one to be that way. I can understand people saying the second one is better because it has a little more plot, but the third one has some of the best action in movies I have seen in a while. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of disappointed that the third one wasn't the final one, because I think they should have ended off there. And they're doing a fourth one.
You think they should have ended?
Yeah, I didn't like how they're gonna continue on. I feel like I don't know. I feel like now it's like the John Wick franchise is really picking up steam, and I know Paramount's saying like, look, this is a successful franchise.
It's a money maker. Yeah,
it's a money maker.
Yeah,
and Donnie Yen is going to be in this new one, and hopefully they put some respect on Donnie Yen, because Donnie Yen he's cold with it. Like, he is really. I feel like he hasn't had too much, success over here in the States. So hopefully they do him justice. I think they will. But him against Keanu Reeves, John Wick, and that's gonna be fire. I cannot wait. I'm excited, even though I kind of like talked about how third one should end it. I'm still excited.
Yeah. And then they announced 4 and 5 at the same time.
Yeah.
How you feel about that? Like them announcing both of them at the same time. You think they should have waited?
Nah, because I think they know that this one's gonna be good.
Okay.
I think they know that this one's gonna do numbers, and hopefully it's like a two-parter. Like, I do hope for this franchise to end though, because it's gonna become stupid. Like, it's gonna become one of those things where it's just why is this franchise continue? It's like a Fast and Furious moment.
Furious, bro. It's gonna
be
like
please don't do the John Wick.
Bro, you're gonna get like a bionic arm, bro.
Cyberpunk. We're ripping off Cyberpunk now.
Cyberpunk, yo. Luke says 2 Knives Out. John 4th. I don't even know what he's saying right now.
Jonathan 4.
I don't get
Ocean
that.
to Ocean.
And he also says I don't know what that means either, but y'all can read it. Y'all pissed John. Okay. All righty. Moving on. I know you're going to be excited about this one, bro. I know you're going to be excited about this one. Bro, live action Polly Pocket starring Lily Collins, written and directed by Lena Dunham, bro.
What?
You excited for this?
No.
Or no?
No, I'm not excited for this at all. This is very much a one of those I know they announced like a Rubik's Cube movie coming out.
Yeah,
it's in development. This same vibe I'm getting for this. I don't want this. This is for little girls.
I would rather see the Rubik's Cube movie.
I wonder how it's gonna play out. I think they're talking about a Tetris movie too, like just outlandish, toy products. That doesn't really need movies at all.
Yeah, like where's the original concepts, man? I'm ready for more original concepts for films.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
And you think this is gonna be like an adult type of movie, or is it gonna be like a teenage movie, or what? Like a kids movie? What?
Probably a teenage movie. One of those kind of like teenage Disney type movies. It's obviously gonna be intended for girls, so
yeah. It seems like more like a I don't know, but I just don't feel like we need it.
No,
I just don't feel like we need it, bro. But to each their own. I people might be really hyped for this. Yeah, but I know that I'm not. So moving on. Right. The Harder They Fall. Have you seen the trailer for this?
It did. I watched the trailer yesterday, actually. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Are you a fan of Westerns?
I am somewhat, but I just I don't know, like that. It's a good cast. That is a real good cast.
It's a stacked cast, bro.
It's a real stacked cast. But do you feel like Netflix can? I heard the recent whispers that Netflix hasn't been hitting with the movies exclusives recently, and I don't know if it can hit on this one. I'm gonna check it out for sure because this the cast is really great, but I don't know. It looked kind of cheap to me. There were some parts that look kind of like Netflix money, even though they do got money. Surprisingly, Netflix do have money.
Yeah.
I just feel like right now Netflix as a company, they're really focusing on quantity over quality.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The cast itself. I think that's gonna help it, but it's just got to be handled correctly. I'm not the biggest fan of westerns myself. I do plan on getting more into them, but like I didn't really care for Magnificent Seven and things like that. I did enjoy Seven Samurai. That's like
I still gotta check that one out.
Yeah,
it's like 4 hours. No?
It's long, bro. I had to watch it. In parts.
That movie, that movie is the most influential kind of like movie of all time. Yeah, so I really gotta check it out.
It's very influential. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm having some issues with switching photos. So all right, let's hope this works. So yeah, we got Regina King, we got Idris Elba, Zazie Beetz, Lakeith Stanfield. Yeah, like it's a stacked cast, and I'm excited to see these casts how they interact with one another. I don't know if I've seen any of them work together, so yeah, I'm excited for that. So yeah, moving on to our next topic, the Tower of Terror, produced by Scarlett Johansson.
Is it produced? Is she going to star in it, or just produced?
I don't know if she's going to star in it. I know she's producing it though.
Okay, that was one of those weird things. Like some of these actors are producing these movies that you just don't. You never thought in your head, Scarlett. Yeah, she's gonna be producing a movie, a Tower of Terror, based on a ride at Disneyland.
Right. But also, you got to think Jungle Cruise is based on a ride at Disneyland. So, like, I don't know. We haven't seen Jungle Cruise yet, so we don't know. Like, we can't really judge it that harshly. But I don't know. Like, you think this is what do you think this film is going to be about?
Probably like a haunted mansion type. Yeah, I mean that's really where you can go. But Tower of Terror was actually it wasn't it was like the Twilight Zone. That's what it was in Disneyland. It was called the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. So what I'm guessing is it could have some story elements of the Twilight Zone, but it's not Twilight Zone. Who knows, really? I just feel like it's going to be a haunted hotel. It says right there. The Hollywood Tower Hotel. It could be like a Hollywood, kind of like, I want to say 1950s type movies. They all, maybe like Hollywood actors going to a hotel and they're all trapped there. And it's going to be a Disney movie, right? Is this Disney or?
I'm guessing since it's based on a ride at Disney World or Disneyland. I think there's one at both. But yeah, so I'm imagining that it's going to be a Disney film, but I don't know. I think it might be more towards like families, like Jungle Cruise is. I feel like it might have like because what am I trying to say? Because Jungle Cruise kind of has like a Jumanji feel to it, like kind of family-esque. Also has The Rock, but the Tower of Terror, I feel like is gonna be maybe like a dark Jumanji type feel to it.
Yeah, like a more darker Disney kind of like
exactly, film. But it's gonna be family friendly, obviously.
Hopefully ScarJo is in it. I can already see as like a hotel kind of like, I don't know, servant or like kind of like one of those people in the front. I can't.
Hey, she might own the hotel.
She might own it. But speaking on I'm excited for Jungle Cruise. I saw the trailer for it. It gives me a lot of Jumanji, even though I haven't seen the new Jumanji. But it gives me a lot of like Indiana Jones vibes. They're going adventure. I like stuff like that, so I'm gonna check that one out. Also, too, because I'm not really into like the Disney kind of like the remakes, like the Corollas, the Snow Whites. I'm not really into those too much.
Like the live action remakes.
Yeah, but if you're doing like a live action like original kind of like based off a ride, then I'm excited for it. It's a little different.
Yeah, I feel that. AK Watch, hey, found through the silver the Silver Sight, first time catching a live. What is going on, AK Watch? Thank you for joining. Make sure you like the video. Follow my guest here on Basic Entertainment. All links are down in the description. Thank you. What's Polly Pocket? Okay, Polly Pocket is it's like a children's toy. Yeah, Luke, he's from overseas, so they might not have that there.
They might not even play the movie over there.
I mean, I feel like they'll probably play the movie, but nobody's gonna know what it's about. So it is an original concept to them. But it's like based on like there was like these little dolls, but they were like very tiny, and you could like put them in your pocket, and like they had little doll houses for them. And my sister had some, but like I don't know, like I feel like it's a choking hazard for little kids because they were so tiny. So I don't know. It's based on like a little, like it's like miniature Barbie, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Basically miniature Barbie. So yeah. And I feel like the Tetris movie would end up being like Mortal Kombat and Fast and Furious had a baby cinematic universe. That would be very interesting.
I was thinking, how come they never made a Hot Wheels movie?
They probably will. They probably will.
It could be like a Fast and Furious for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I was into Hot Wheels. I really like Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I was into Hot Wheels too. I collected them.
Yeah.
Luke Review says The Harder They Fall looks pretty bad. I won't lie. And then the Netflix title was The Cherry on Top. I would disagree. I didn't think it looked bad. But
the cast.
I'm excited for the cast. Like that cast, yeah. I think I was maybe a little blindsided by the cast. So maybe if I go back and look at the trailer and like not focus on the cast so much, I might have different thoughts on it. But yeah. AK Watch, Regina King is bae. Nice. Luke Reviews. Well, they are making a Tetris movie with Taron Egerton, aka Muggsy.
So that is confirmed.
Kingsman.
Tetris movie is coming.
Tetris movie. Taron Egerton.
How is that even gonna play out? Like, it's gonna be like a biopic of like people who made Tetris.
I don't know. I know that's how it's
gonna be like a Emoji movie.
That's how no, hopefully not. Hopefully it's more like Wreck-It Ralph than anything.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? I was gonna say what were we talking about? The Tetris and then the Rubik's Cube movie.
Rubik's Cube, yeah.
I think that's what's gonna be about, like how it's made. I think that one is gonna be like how it was made.
If Jerry Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld with the Pop-Tarts.
He gonna do the Pop-Tart one. I think that's gonna be how it's made too. And that's a Netflix though. That's going straight to Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
So AK Watch also says, I definitely want to see this. I appreciate the multi-shot of melanin. Nice. Yes. Luke Reviews, or Luke Ponto says, it's pretty interesting that Scarlett Johansson is producing a movie. I agree.
That is.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah, she's starring in it. Okay, she's starring in it.
Okay, so that's good.
That works. Terra was actually done in 1997 with Kirsten Dunst and Steve Guttenberg. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
I might have to go back and look at that. And that's based on the ride too? And this is a remake. Okay. Basic is right though. It's adapted by the Twilight Zone. Cool. Also, fun fact, Steve Guttenberg movie was directed by the guy who created Are You Afraid of the Dark series. That is a fun fact. Miniature Barbie Pokemon. Yes.
Yeah.
Miniature Barbie Pokemon. That's a perfect way to explain Polly Pocket. Hot Wheels and Legos are the toys that never get old. They did come out with a Lego movie. So yeah, I'm figuring that Hot Wheels is next.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I mean, if they get the people who did the Lego movies, they're kind of self-aware, about Legos, the history of it. And if you give it to like Hot Wheels, because Hot Wheels has a big fan base, you're working with something. But if it's like becomes like emoji movie where it's like just bad humor, it just doesn't work, and it's nothing like who really cares about emojis? Like us people, we grew up playing Legos and Hot Wheels, and some girls playing Polly Pocket, so. it's gonna mean a lot to them to see that.
Right. But emojis didn't hit the emotional beats that it needed to.
None of it, yeah.
So do you feel like if they do release a Hot Wheels movie, it will be live action or animated or like 3D animation?
Probably live action. Hopefully live action.
Okay.
It could be kind of like, yeah, it could be colorful. It could definitely be for like the boys' version of like Fast and Furious and like little kids, family friendly, and it could be about street racing in the Hot Wheels universe. All the crazy loops and the orange stuff, and what I'm talking about. But
I do. I know what you're talking about, bro. Luke Review says it is a biopic about the development of the game Tetris. Okay, so the Rubik's Cube movie, the Pop-Tarts movie, the Tetris movie, we all got some origin, how it was made.
That's disappointing. I don't want to listen to how some bunch of old farts how they made this game. I don't care about that.
I want to see blocks. It's old farts though. It might be more interesting than that, bro. I don't know.
If there's like some beef towards it and there's some like real juicy things, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Rubik's Cube, Tetris, Lego movies, the cinematic universe is writing itself. I agree. The
whole universe.
Right. So moving on to the next topic. The Shazams. We got the suits. The first look of the suits. Wait, how do I get this on here?
There you go.
But I want us on there too. There we go. All right. Yeah. So, bro, what are you thinking about these new suits, man? Or how do you feel about Shazam? Let me ask you that. How do you feel about Shazam, the suits, the whole thing? How do you feel about it?
So the first Shazam was fine. It was a good origin, but my biggest problem was that kind of like the production of it and the suit. The suit just threw me off. The body suit, the muscle suit just looked horrible.
The padding.
It looked bad. I hate when they do that because this tells me right here, Zachary Levi has been getting to the gym a little bit more. Yeah. He's a little more skinnier in the first one. That's why he needed the bodysuit. This one, he's putting in that work, which I appreciate when actors do that. Really tells you how much they actually care for it. And I know he cares for Shazam. I know he cares about this franchise. But these suits look fire. I had a video on it.
I agree. Oh, you had a video? Okay.
Yeah.
Quick plug. He got a video. Check it out.
Go check it out. It was my reaction to the set photo, which is they had a set photo. And then they had this like the next day, which Warner Bros. They like to do. They kind of like to hide stuff. Like, I don't want you talking about this set photo because that's not good for us. Or, of course, a Supergirl. I think it was a Supergirl set photo. Yeah. And then they released this to kind of like get people's minds off it.
Yeah. They all look great. Look at this.
Yeah, they all look great. And I'm excited for Shazam 2. Now, like, it's just gonna be like. I appreciate Zachary Levi, but I just can't see him against The Rock. And, it's like The Rock is a big dude. Like, and I know what Zachary Levi knows for sure that he has to compete with him. So he has to really bulk up and try his best because The Rock is a giant. Like,
I think it's gonna be good. I think they're gonna write it well.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna all work out.
I think they're gonna both be good in the screen. But
I agree.
And especially too, I want to see how The Rock acts as a superhero.
Yeah,
because his acting is let's be honest, his acting is not the best. It's a little like it's not the best in the world. He's just really good as just like a poster boy, like he's just good as like throw him on the screen. The dude's big, that's
now in Jumanji he was pretty good though. Yeah. He hit some comedic beats. He
maybe that's what he's good for. It's one of those things where it's kind of like wrestlers, especially to like wrestlers, they're not really good when it comes to acting. I mean, John Cena was horrible, and I was listening to Talking TV, and they were kind of like shout out to them, Chris and Dom.
Yes,
they were talking about how Dom said that they thought they cut some of the stuff in John Cena, like some of the, and I just kind of realized like, oh yeah, the editing was kind of chunky a little bit. John Cena was barely in the movie, and he was the main villain. So they must have cut some stuff out because the dude is just not good. He is not good at all. And I think it's gonna, the comedic stuff might work best. So we're gonna have a comedic kind of like role for him in the Suicide Squad. And then, maybe that's just the key. Maybe just be comedic and funny. And
I hope it doesn't like undercut like the serious tones of the film, because sometimes films can do that. Like they'll add too much comedy and you can't really take anything seriously, even like if there is a serious situation. So I just hope it's executed right. I hope.
Here's the thing though, is that Black Adam's he's not a very serious, not serious. He's not a very comedic character. So The Rock really has to sell that role as being stoic and serious, and because that's Shazam's role. That's Shazam's role, is the little kid making jokes.
Exactly.
Have a good heart, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
But I feel like The Rock can do like kind of a role where he'll have somebody there. I think that's how Noah Centinio's character is probably going to be, like a little naive, a little clingy, and like back off, kind of thing, kind of like pushing him away. I think he could do that well. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. But that cast is looking pretty good. I mean, you got
it does. I agree.
Pierce Bronson as Dr. Fate. I'm excited for that. That's gonna
me too.
That's gonna look cool.
It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be dope. Yeah.
All right. So we're moving towards the end of things. Suicide Squad, thoughts and predictions, bro. What do you think this new Suicide Squad is gonna bring to the table?
I think it's gonna bring a good amount of things, but I'll be honest, these last couple of trailers have been kind of underwhelming. The best trailer, funny enough, is the Green Band trailer. I thought that trailer was the best one, but this recent one was kind of like, it was whatever. So I just feel like this is it. If I'm being real, this is just Guardians of the Galaxy but rated R. And I feel like that's how this is gonna play out. I mean, they already have the kind of like the beats of it. Yeah, King Shark is like pretty much your Groot, right?
Groot, yeah.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be enjoyable. But it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of doubting it a little bit too much.
Yeah, maybe because of the trailers.
Yeah, it's a little. The dialogue is just kind of cringy to me. Like, it's just the jokes haven't really. Some of the jokes were just not funny to me. And in Bloodsport, he's pretty much Deadshot at this point. I mean, they're kind of having the same type of story with his daughter, and and it just, I don't know. I have a good feeling that it's gonna be a great film to watch, enjoyable, but who knows? Really?
Yeah, those trailers honestly didn't really do it for me either. Even the Green Band trailer, I admit that it was a little better than the Red Band trailer, but I skipped this past trailer that they just released. Like, I think it was either last week or the week before they released a new trailer. I said I'm not gonna watch that. I'm just gonna wait until it comes out. I'm gonna enjoy the film for what it is. The only part of the trailers I enjoy is Harley Quinn, and if you know me, I love me some Harley Quinn. I love Margot Robbie as an actress, and I really enjoy Harley Quinn's character. So that's really the only part of the trailers that I was enjoying at all. So let's see what the chat is saying about this. Maybe I running a little behind on it. Let's see. And see where am I at? Where's my super suits? That's Incredibles. I don't think anyone expected Zachary to Levi to be the most noticeable age growth in an actor. Yeah, I don't know about that. AK Watch also says, lightweight side eye. The group pick though. Why purple Shazam in pants and red Shazam isn't? They're making Power Rangers reference here. I'm just curious. Let me look back at the thing. Oh, I didn't even really notice that.
What?
So purple is wearing pants, and over here she's wearing a skirt. So I don't know what that's about. If that's like
I think that's part of the character, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it is. In the comics, I remember the Marvel girl, when they were called the Marvels, Captain Marvel, she wore the skirt.
Okay. He said they're making a Power Rangers reference here. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
John Cena has grown a lot since 12 rounds. I think he's grown, but like he's still not quite there.
He's not there.
No. So
yeah,
and The Rock is pretty decently ranged. Decent. I will say he's decent. Not like amazing, not terrible, just like right there. There are some Rock films that I do thoroughly enjoy, but for the most part, they're pretty decent. He'll be able to handle the seriousness of Black Adam. I agree.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now the new trailer got me way more hype. I'm glad it did for somebody. I'm glad it did for somebody because it did not for me.
The beginning part when they made a reference to a character, I don't want to spoil it. It's not really a big deal, but it's kind of like, ooh, it's like a nice comic book moment. Like,
was it the past trailer that I didn't watch?
Yeah, this recent one. So they made a reference, and I enjoyed it because it's James Gunn kind of like taking stuff from the comics because they can't. This just looks so out of place with DC. My problems with DC. Just nothing is like fluid, and it's like kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I gotta turn my head for this poster.
Yeah, this poster too was. I don't know what this was.
I don't know why they decided to do it like that, but
it's too much potential for a great poster.
Yeah,
these characters,
I don't know, man. Moving on. So I think Suicide Squad is gonna be decent. I love Harley Quinn, so
yeah,
So the Shang-Chi. What are you thinking about Shang-Chi, bro? We got another trailer last week for the Shang-Chi.
Yeah, and it got me hyped.
Legend of the Ten Rings.
I'm hyped for this one.
Okay.
Because it's not because who's Shang-Chi, but it's just kind of like the origin of it, like the storytelling. Like it was very clear what the story is going to be about, what type of hero storytelling they're going to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, the last, kind of like origin movie for like Marvel was kind of just like so confusing with like Captain Marvel. Is like, what type of story were you trying to tell? Like, I know you're trying to tell this type of like remembering like, like as like a piece of a puzzle, you remember your past and stuff. But this one just pure, simple, classic storytelling. And I'm really excited for Mandarin, Tony Leung as Mandarin. I think he's gonna kill it. I think he's gonna be one of the best villains in these last couple Marvel movies.
You think so?
I think so. I think he's gonna do his thing. And I feel like having him as Shang-Chi's son is gonna be cool. It's gonna, we know the storytelling. Oh, I left you because you're a bad person, but you're my dad, and I don't want to be what you are, and they're gonna have to solve it out. It's clearly right here, but also too, the martial arts into the MCU. Hopefully, they do it justice. Like, I would love. This is the variety of like different type of genres they're diving into. Now, I think this is the one that they need to have martial arts, and hopefully, it's done well. And of course, Abomination going against Wong at the end was like, what? Like they confirmed that was Wong.
I guess they just now confirmed that. I thought everybody already knew that, but Kevin Feige just confirmed that it was Wong.
And in a million years, I never thought Abomination was gonna be fighting Wong, but here he is in Shang-Chi.
I never thought we would see Abomination again.
Well, they did confirm him to come back in She-Hulk, but and here
they did.
I
didn't hear that.
Yeah, he is coming back.
See, you're the one with the movie news. You got the movie news, so I don't know everything like you, bro. But I didn't even know we were gonna see Abomination again. So I guess he's gonna be back in She-Hulk, and I guess he doesn't, die or anything in Shang-Chi. So all right. So Shang-Chi, I wasn't feeling the trailers. I know. I'm terrible, but I really was not feeling the trailers for Shang-Chi, mainly because I feel like it was very, very like cookie cutter. Like we were talking about earlier, it felt like MCU formulaic film, even though we're going to get into martial arts and choreography, and the choreography didn't hit me. It did not resonate. It was just like really, really like basic to me.
Right.
Like, not basic entertainment, because that's cool, but basic, like not anything special. I watched this trailer and the Snake Eyes trailer back to back, and I was like, oh, Snake Eyes got a lot better choreography going on. It's a lot more intense. The music was a lot more intense. But I will give Shang-Chi this. It did have better effects. Like when they were like in the water and it was like splashing, it was slow motion. That was cool. Dope. I had to like rewind that. But other than that, we barely got any lines from this character from Shang-Chi. I really hope the character is not bland and plain like we get from the trailers. But I'm excited to, dive into this character's origins, but I really hope they do it well and make him interesting, make him have a personality, things like that.
I get that, yeah. But I just feel like with origin movies, sometimes you gotta be cookie cutter. I mean, the MCU, they have a formula, it works obviously, but I just feel like
obviously, yeah, it does.
It's kind of like martial arts stuff. Hopefully, they heavily focus on that. And kind of like all that stuff, and like the mythical side of martial arts, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully they dive into that and they don't be scared about it, because they're not scared. Like Marvel is not scared to be kind of weird now. Like we got like a lion fighting in a war. Like what? Like this would not work way back then when the Marvel movies were coming out with Spider-Man. They're kind of afraid with it, but they're not afraid anymore. Right. So they're really diving into some crazy comic book stuff. I'm excited for it, just for the origin story itself. It's very simple. It's very basic, but it doesn't. I mean, it's a simple concept that hasn't been broken yet. Hopefully, this movie though doesn't break that. Because don't get me wrong. It still could be kind of like very mediocre, kind of like just bland.
I hope it isn't. I really hope it isn't. Yeah. That's what I get from the trailers, though. That's just. I feel you. The character, I was really because the first trailer I did a reaction to, and I was like, I'm not really getting anything from this character, but this is just the first trailer. So when I went in to watch the second trailer, I was like really focusing in on what he was bringing towards the trailer, what he's gonna bring for the movie, and we got like 2 lines from him, and both of them were pretty monotone. So
I think Mandarin is gonna be the best. If I'm being honest, I think Mandarin is gonna be the best character in this entire movie, and that could be kind of a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah, that is a bad thing.
We're supposed to be rooting for this main character.
From what I know from what from I know from Simu Liu, he's very charismatic. I mean, he could bring that comedy into it.
Right, and I'm not saying that the actor is bad. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but. Who knows really? Maybe he is bad in this movie. Maybe he fumbles it. So we're gonna have to see.
I don't know. Like, it might be the direction. It might be the direction. It might be the actor. He might not feel extremely comfortable in this role. We don't know. But hopefully they bring us something and execute something that is charismatic, something that is full of life and interesting. Because that's what hopefully. The MCU deserves at this point. So yeah, that's my spiel on the Shang-Chi trailers. That's my thoughts. I'm sorry if you wanted to hear me praise it and give it the highest praise, but it's just not. It wasn't.
That was some good points. That was some good points. I did kind of got the feel where it's kind of like it's not really like smacking right now because. Yeah. Snake Eyes is smacking. I mean, we could talk about that.
Especially like watching those trailers back to back.
Yeah.
And it's like so similar, like with the choreography.
Right.
And
Snake Eyes is smacking it.
Yeah. And like you could feel his attitude. He has an attitude. He kind of like, has facial, like he says things with his face and, things like that. And he kind of has like this edge to him. Whereas Shang-Chi, I feel like he should. But he doesn't, like, because, he feels like he's been wronged by his dad. His dad is trying to get him to, work with him. And, he's supposed to have like this, personality that is like, yeah, right. I'm not working with you, kind of like that. But he's just like, no, I'm not, I'm not going to do the impression. It's a little monotone. Like, it just felt a little plain. So I really, really hope they do it justice. So moving on, we could be on this for a while. So moving on, the Halloween Kills trailer. Did you see this one?
Yeah,
no, you're not feeling it. I can see it in your face. You're not feeling it.
I was feeling it. I was feeling
okay.
Yeah. I actually did. I didn't know this trailer came out. Be honest with you, I didn't do a reaction. I was kind of disappointed because they released this trailer when Shang-Chi came out. I'm like, why? Like,
Same
no
night.
matter. Yeah, it's like Marvel movies, they're gonna get a lot of attention, and the first movie it was good. The 2018 film. They're talking about how this movie is gonna have a lot of kills.
Yeah,
and so far Michael Myers is on a mission to he's going crazy in the trailer. So I'm excited to see that. Hopefully we can see his face, because in the trailer they actually took this mask and like, oh, you wanted one of the daughters.
Do we want to see his face though? Is the mystery a part of it, or what?
I like the mystery, but I think we can't. I mean, how many Michael Myers Halloween movies we have had? And
you think it's about time?
I think it's about time. Okay. Just also too, I don't know if this film is having the same kind of like ideas as the second one, like the original second one. I feel like it kind of is, but I remember the second one had the main character in a hospital, and this one's in a hospital.
Yep, and it's like the same night of everything that happened in the first one.
So
it has that vibe for sure.
It has that vibe that they're just kind of like remaking the second one again.
But you got to remember that the 2018 version was supposed to be a direct sequel. They ignored
the first one.
Yeah, they ignored everything past the first original one with the 2018 version. So maybe they are trying to like pay homage to Halloween 2 without telling that same exact story, I guess.
Right.
But they want to pay homage to it. So I don't know. The trailer was dope. I really, really enjoyed the trailer. I heard the music was so intense, and it was like perfectly executed to like make you want more. I felt like by the end of the trailer, the music was so intense, and we thought there was more coming, but it wasn't.
Right.
So I think they did a really, really good job with this trailer. But I have been talking to some folks. Some people were saying that the Halloween Kills trailer, they might have gave away too much. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a little long for the first. I mean, it wasn't a teaser; it was official. So it was like around like 2 minutes, like a good 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, but 2 and 30.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised about that, but yeah, I could see that because they did show some stuff at the end with the daughter getting stabbed, and it's like
she said, "Do it."
Yeah, it's like, nah.
Yeah,
hopefully
like we wish we would have seen that in the theaters instead of on the trailer. Yeah, I get that.
Hopefully they still got some new stuff in the tank. I just feel like there's one of those franchises that, I don't know, like it has a following. Don't get me wrong. Trust me. This franchise has a following, horror movies and stuff, but who knows? Like it's like, can we get something new? Like, I don't know, maybe like a new serial killer slasher film. Okay. But Michael Myers is an icon, so
iconic and classic. I don't know if any icons like this are coming up, because there's already been so many. I don't know if we're gonna get anything original that's this heavy hitting. We'll see though. We'll see if they have ideas for that. Let's go to the comments, see what people are saying. I like the Snake Eyes trailer. I agree. I love the Snake Eyes trailer. I thought it was dope. Silver Sight. What's going on? Hopefully he doesn't fumble. I agree.
Hopefully he doesn't.
I think I'm kind of behind. Let's see. Not a new trailer got me. I don't know if I read that one, but yeah.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Okay. And then the Power Rangers. Shang-Chi looking like classic good guy versus bad guy finale. Familiar powers, similar powers, but different colors. Yeah, it just seems a little cookie cutter to me. Who's your money on, Wong or Abomination? I'm going with my boy Wong.
Abomination was tearing him up in that trailer though. Like,
he was, but I think Wong gonna take it.
You think so?
I think Wong gonna take it.
Yeah. He is a sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why. What is he doing there? Like, isn't he supposed to be in the Centauran? Like,
I have no clue.
I was hearing some cool things. How maybe Shang-Chi could take place during the snap, like around that time period. That'd be pretty cool. The blip. Oh god, the blip. Right.
Right.
But that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, because you know this is actually the one of the first kind of like one of the first characters that we really haven't had no reference to. You know, no kind of like, oh, he was in this movie before. I mean, we have heard references to the Mandarin himself.
Yeah,
but we had nothing with Shang-Chi. So
true.
Yeah, what were we even talking about? Oh yeah, this is taking place during the blip. That'd be cool. Yeah. I would love to see around that time period.
I would like to see more like in between there. Because they do that time jump in Endgame.
Yeah.
So
that's 5 years. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
I know what Luke was talking about. Hopefully the powers of the Simmering is just not that plasma blast, like just generic, like let me shoot it and blue blast energy comes out. Like, come on, like
people being excited for this. I think it's gonna be more than that. It's gotta be more than that. It's gotta be.
I'll be real disappointed if not.
Me too. It's gotta be. I don't feel like it will be just that. I can't see that. But let's do speed round because we already hit the hour mark. Usually I try to keep these around an hour 20 minutes. So if I don't get to your comments, I apologize. But we do still have a few things to talk about. Shang-Chi furthers my opinion that Loris Tyrell should have been in Reach. Just saying. Okay. Agreed. Luke reviews. Silver Sight. I like the Snake Eyes trailer. Lead actor is a great leading man so far from what I've seen in his career. He knocked it out in Crazy Rich Asians, and now he's looking good throwing them hands. I think he's gonna get more.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get it. I think Simu's gonna do it. I feel like he just fits that MCU mold. Like charismatic, funny. He seems like a cool guy. Cares about the character. But yeah, they didn't show too much of the hero himself. So
yeah, and like his mannerisms, how his persona.
I think they were trying to put a lot of emphasis on the Mandarin character himself because a lot of fans want to see Mandarin. Yeah, ever since Iron Man 3, the real Mandarin. So,
but this isn't Mandarin movie. This is Shang-Chi.
Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be.
Let's hope not.
Maybe he take it over.
It's not called Mandarin in the movie.
I won't be mad if he does took it over because I'm really excited for Mandarin. I'm really excited for Tony Leung as Mandarin. I think he's going to do a great job.
Okay. Luke Review says Halloween looks all over the place. I am very much here for it. It does look all over the place, but I think
in a good way.
In a good way, and I think it's more like he is on a mission. He's trying to find Lori. Yeah, he came from the burning house, and he's on his way to find Lori. And like he'll kill anybody that stands in his way.
He had it started right after the house burning down. He's on fire and he's going after it already. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and I think that's just the plot.
Yeah.
So it might be a little all over the place, but it is straightforward too. At the same time, and I'll be honest, Jamie Lee Curtis has had all my money since True Lies. Nice. And okay, let's finish up here. Jurassic World. I have Jurassic Park, but Jurassic World Dominion. First look. I know you did a video on this too. Quick plug again. You did a video on this. Y'all go check it out. So you talked about like just the first looks, and because there was a little snippet before Fast 9. And you were able to find some footage somewhere of it.
And found some footage on YouTube. I was reacting to it. Hopefully, thankfully, nothing happened to my channel because they would have taken it down. But no, I actually watched this I saw it in theaters. I kind of talking about my thoughts. It looks great. I'm excited for this one. Just for the concept itself, like the dinosaurs are living in our world, so that's pretty cool. I like that idea a lot. The concept got me.
I feel like that was a little bit how the Lost World was, wasn't it?
By the end, yeah, we got like a T-Rex in San Diego, but this is like dinosaurs. This is like all the dinosaurs, the whole pack and bunch. Like that's gonna be great to see. just like that different type of story element with this franchise, because it's become kind of like overdue, like kind of like a remake. Like we've seen this before. What can you really bring to the table? And I think this one's gonna bring a lot from that story itself, and of course the OG cast coming back. But the first look itself, it looked great. It kind of started out like a National Geographic, kind of like every day in the life dinosaurs, and it would look beautiful. I really like how that, like the sun and the colors and the visuals, and then it's like kind of like skipped to like our time. It's like a T-Rex in the forest. Then he heads to like an outdoor movie theater, and then there's people chasing him in a helicopter, and then they kind of stop. Like he roars, he does the signature roar, and then it goes to like a Caesar reel of like different type of clips. And then there was one where we got like this dinosaur, the dinosaur from the first film, the water one, kind of like capturing lobsters. Like he was hungry and he wanted a lobster, cage of lobsters, so he went after it, and it looked very awesome.
Wow. Yeah. So how do you feel about the franchise? You think this should be the last one? You think they should do the crossovers? You think they should do the crossovers with Fast and the Furious?
I hope not.
The Transformers? You think they should do all that?
I hope not, man. Jurassic Park is still, it has a big fan base. That's the one thing too. These movies have a huge fan base, and I just feel like this one should be the end. I mean, you're bringing the OG cast in here, kind of tie it up and all in one circle. And I know they're actually right now they're talking about not stopping after this one, and it makes sense. This franchise brings money to them. Money at the end of the day rules all when it comes to these studios.
Hey, that's true.
I mean, we got 9. We're about to get 12 movies about muscular guys who are not good actors driving cars into space. Like if we come that far, then we're gonna get more Jurassic World.
Yes, very true. And crossovers. Don't forget the crossovers. The Transformers.
They're gonna do it, man.
Transformers, Jurassic World, and Fast and Furious crossover.
Maybe in the second or the new Fast and Furious, to go to like a alternate dimension.
Hey, the quantum realm.
Quantum realm. Maybe they race the Back to the Future. What's it called?
The dinosaurs.
No.
Transformers.
Vin Diesel races. I don't know, Marty McFly
Back to the Future.
And
the
DeLorean. Maybe they race and they go time, because that's also a Universal product. But
hey, that's true.
I really want to see Transformers versus Fast and Furious movie. I know I talked about this with you.
Yeah,
I would love to see that. That would be awesome. It makes sense because they're already cars.
True.
And I heard Vin Diesel, he wants to fight Optimus Prime. So he's ready to throw hands with Optimus Prime. So that would be epic.
Throw hands with Optimus Prime, bro. Oh my gosh, what is the world coming to, my guy? All right, so epic. That was the last topic that we're going to talk about as far as movie news. I had a few more things I wanted to ask you about. What do you have that is like really anticipated coming out soon? Don't mind my cat over here.
This one, of course, we talked about a little bit. Of course, these big blockbusters, but I'm really excited for The Green Knight, this A24 film.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the trailer for that.
It looks, it's coming out in July. Might as well not to at this point.
I'm probably just gonna go to the movies and see it.
Go to the movies. It looks visually good, like stunning for A24. They got some fudges, like a night movie, medieval night movie. It's like, it looks cool, and I think A24 is a good production, movie studio out there right now. So
yeah, they are. I'm seeing Zola tomorrow. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I saw the trailer for it. Was it the two girls?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
That's gonna be interesting. It looks wild. It looks wild. But you know what I'm talking about? That A24 has like this, it's kind of like real, kind of like storytelling, and it's just very raw. And they're doing like kind of artsy as well.
Artsy, and they're doing it with a fantasy movie. Like, whoa, it's a little different for them. So
it's true.
I'm excited for that one.
Okay, Green Knight. Let me see. What am I most anticipated? Maybe not most anticipated, but I am looking forward to the Forever Purge. I enjoy this franchise.
Really?
The last film I watched of The Purge, I didn't care for it that much. So hopefully this one redeems itself. And I actually watched some of the series on USA. There was a The Purge. Yeah, there was a Purge series that got 2 seasons I don't know if it got canceled or ended or not, but I watched the first season and I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it personally.
Those movies seem like those type of movies like you take the teenagers want to go see. I know when the first one came out, it was one of those type of movies, but don't you feel like it's kind of running out of steam? I saw the trailer for it.
It's the last one, bro.
It's the last one?
It's the last one. It's the last film. Because I don't know if they're going to bring the show back.
Yeah, but because the trailer was talking about how the purge is over, but these people want the purge to continue. It's like a Western.
It's like a Western feel, and this is the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the finale.
I'm not going to bash it too much. Like, this needs to end. This franchise needs to end. We're talking about all these franchises that needs to end, like Jurassic World, Transformers, all these stuff just need to end.
Yeah, we need new concepts. We don't need to keep rebooting and restarting and sequels, and let's get us something new in there for sure. But yeah, so my pick is Forever Purge, and then the last thing, what have we been watching recently / recommendations? What can you recommend that you've been watching lately? TV or
to be quite frank, I haven't really been watching anything recently. I mean, I'm doing like a Fast and Furious binge because why not?
Gotcha.
Spider-Man binge I just recently did. Watching Rick and Morty right now.
Hey, me too. I'm actually watching Rick and Morty too.
So I have nothing much. Of course, we're all watching Loki and Star Wars: The Bad Batch, the cartoon animated show, and Disney Plus has been pretty good. It's been really picking up recently. So don't have too much stuff, but what about you?
Lately I haven't really been watching a lot of heavy hitters. There are some films that I've been watching here and there, but I just watched Luca a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you heard of it or seen it.
Yeah,
it's the Pixar film. It was decent, but it wasn't like anything out of this world. And I mean, I have been watching movies, but like I said, it hasn't been anything too much to recommend. Last night, I actually did watch this movie called The Art of Self-Defense and starring Jesse Eisenberg. And that movie was pretty good. It was good. It took a minute to get going, but after a while, it really got going. It was interesting, had a good twist. So I do recommend that one. Got a few more. Yeah, I got a few more comments, and then we're going to wrap it up here. How can we improve on apocalypse scenarios? Random Hollywood executives as dinosaurs skip to zombies.
Yeah.
Pretty
much what it is.
That's a good point. AK Watch says Transformers crossovers should definitely include Beast Wars.
Yeah, that's
what that is.
That's the plan right now. I know that's kind of like a series that Transformers had called Beast Wars. It's like more, like jungle creatures, animals, like as Transformers. So,
is that kind of like Optimus Primal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a new movie coming out. It's gonna be set in the Bumblebee universe. So.
Oh, okay. Is it live action?
Live action, yeah. Stephen Cable Jr. is gonna direct. So.
Dope. Okay, that's cool. Mac Movie Reviews in the building. What's going on, bro? Can't wait for the Space Jam New Legacy. Old boys said no one.
Yeah, it looks a little rough. The animation looks great.
I think some of the kids, some of the younger folks might enjoy it. Some families will enjoy it. I don't think it's really directed at us.
Nah. I'm a big basketball fan, so I'm gonna watch it. Of course, LeBron.
Okay. Yeah.
I really want to see how he acts because he's been in movies. I think he's been in producing some stuff too.
Okay.
Little short cameos, and
there was this movie that he was supposed to be in with Kevin Hart. Has that movie come out yet? Where they were brothers.
Oh, that sounds pretty bad. I can already imagine how the comedy is gonna be. I'm sure you're tall. It's like it's already kind of overdone already. But for this one, I love Looney Tunes. Always did. And the animation when they're like 3D looks awesome. Like,
it does. The animation does look really nice.
But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be good. The first Space Jam wasn't even good, so
Is that a hot take? I'm not sure.
It's not a hot take.
I haven't talked to a lot of people that like it.
It's just an old nostalgia movie that people know, and Michael Jordan was in it, so but if we're being honest, it's not a good movie at all. It just
have you seen Looney Tunes back in action?
I have. I think that one's better, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah,
that one's better than Space Jam.
I really liked it. It was kind of.
I feel like Space Jam is a lot more popular than Looney Tunes.
It is. It is, but you know, the back in action was just more better. I feel like. I don't know, Nathan Fillion. I like Nathan Fillion, and him in that role was adventure, action, and just Space Jam was just basketball. Like,
was that Nathan Fillion, or was that Brendan Fraser? Was that Brendan Fraser? Here, I'm looking it up.
Fraser. Yeah, it's Brendan Fraser. Nathan Fillion is freaking Uncharted, right?
Yeah. No, Nathan Fillion didn't do Uncharted. He did Firefly. Let's see.
I don't even know. Here, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
Looney Tunes. Back in
action.
Action. 2003.
It was Brendan Fraser.
You looked it
Mummy
up?
Guy.
You looked it up? Here, let's see. Yeah. Here, let me bring up a picture. Come on now.
Yeah, Firefly. I just got confused right now.
Yeah, he's Firefly.
There you go.
Yeah,
this movie is better. Like, I don't know why they haven't done a sequel on it. I mean, I guess you're right. It's not as popular.
It's probably like that would be pretty dope if they had a
sequel.
I can't really make it bigger, yeah.
Really, but a Space Jam sequel was always gonna happen. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember having the DVD. Bro, yep. So, yeah. Who's the lady in that? Jenna Elfman? Okay. Anyway, so they really should do a Looney Tunes back in action. If Brendan Fraser is down to do it, like bring him back and have the same animation as Space Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new Space Jam. And I think it might do pretty well if they like release it on HBO Max and in the theaters.
Also, too, it's kind of like, do kids really care for Looney Tunes now? Like,
I really don't know.
The Space Jam trailer kind of made it seem like, oh, Looney Tunes, they're kind of like the rejects. Like, they're not really popping as before. I mean, they're classic characters, don't get me wrong, but can they really sell like they did before? Who knows? Because this is for kids, right?
Yeah, kids are not, and for families.
Kids are really not watching, you know, Looney Tunes like they were back then.
It's true.
But it's more for the adults that grew up with it, you know.
Facts. Animaniacs came back and it was decent. I'll be here for Brendan Fraser coming back for a sequel. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
They'll get people our age in theaters watching that for sure. Because that's kind of what we grew up on, the Looney Tunes back in action. I remember seeing it in the theaters for the first time. I think it was the first movie that I ever saw like animated characters and real life characters like interacting, because I had never seen Space Jam. So I think that was the very first film that I seen like that. And it was in the theaters. So I think that's kind of a part of me. So yeah, man, we're going to wrap things up. Did you have any like movie news or anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't hit on?
No, not really. I think we hit all the nails in the
coffin.
In the coffin.
Nails on the head.
June was kind of nothing too much. Nothing too
much.
It
was a little dry. Hopefully, July we get a lot more juicy news. But it was a blast having you on here, bro. It was a lot of fun having the discussion and everybody in the chat being engaged. And I really, really enjoyed that. So, Matt, let the people know where they can find you and what you got coming up on your channel.
Of course, man. AJ, shout out to you for inviting me here on Monthly Movie, and always great conversation to have with you. Killing it right now with with the Instagram stuff. So go check them out on Instagram. But of course, you guys can check me out at Basic Entertainment. I am Matt from Basic Entertainment. I cover all things geeky, pretty much what everyone else is doing in the YouTube right now. But why not just go ahead and subscribe, and of course follow me at Basic Entertainment, as I have a kind of like daily news I pump out, and but like the movies you really care for, and movies that like the biggest franchise. So rumors, news, all that stuff, you guys can go follow that. And yeah, man, I'm blessed to be here and had a great time talking about movies.
Yeah, bro. It's always a pleasure when you're on the live stream. Whenever you have me on your live stream, it's always a pleasure, bro. And as for me, you're already on my YouTube channel, AJREACTS2. Go follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitch, TikTok. I got all that stuff. AJREACTS2, all one word. You can see it right there, right there. And yeah, we will catch you guys later. Guys and gals, later. Peace out.